Kia ora rā tātou, ko weherua tēnei e kōrero ana. Hia tonu rā te Manaaki, Pakihi Māori rā. Kia mahi tētahi nā paku whakaaturana. Hui anō kia ora mai tātou. So I'm just doing a selfie, a video to talk about this grant. What benefits the grant if I have been approved. So I'm just going to read the 12th question to have a higher chance. Film a short video. This does not need to be fancy at all, just a selfie on your phone telling us why this business deserves the 5K, and what you're hoping to do with the Grant and Mentorship. Okay, so I've been developing my small business for a couple of years. I've taken it off from my hapu and friends to step into the world of small businesses. I love my small business, so the main part of my small business to be in the public is through my website, www.requiemhealing.com. I chose that title because it didn't narrow it down to one specific space. And so in the public, when I go to events, I have a sort of a tarp that says Requiem Healing Space. And it covers of all different varieties and levels of healing. I am a rongoa Māori practitioner. That's my field. And I not just do Māori healing, I also do other modalities. And so I wanted to grow on that and develop it for the public. So all achieved. It's been beautiful going to events until COVID started hitting. So I started making healing products from natural resources. So because I live near the bush, and so it was natural to gather the plants that's needed. I also, in the communities involved with karakia, so I'm ringa too, so the community is mainly 70% of my hapu, and so I'm also involved with the marae and iwi and hapu. So those are all part and parcel of Requiem Healing. So why do I deserve? Because it will help me greatly to get this to the next level. Again, when COVID hit, level 4 stopped parcels of our healing products getting to the customers due to the fact they had to be essential. And on top of that, the delays. So it wasn't really a good idea to keep taking in buyers. So I had to step back from that. So usually the healing products is probably a good percentage of income flowing. Then you got, I also do Requiem Healing with Miri Romi. So those are hands-on, those are appointments. And so I usually have 12 regular appointments weekly. Because of COVID, it stopped contact. And so that made a big dent in the wallet, really. And then also level 3, so I couldn't make any contacts with them or reschedule until we got to level 2. So that's another portion of flow. And the good thing about that one, that's all koha. So, and it's been pretty good. And I like to stay in that space. And the third one is workshops in Wānana, Tūpā Pakurau. It's a field to about preserving our loved ones the traditional way, not using any chemicals or toxins for the preserving. And so there's Te Pōwehirua, which is a wānanga, and you have a wānanga to understand the transmission or the transitioning of Māori, Wairua, all those concepts with mana reo, mana tangata, mana Wairua, mana whenua, mana Aotearoa. And because it's not for everyone, but it is needed for everyone. And so I've been doing that naturally for about over 20 years. But I feel that it needs to go to all hapu and whānau, and it doesn't just sit with Māori, or those that would love to do their own. And you have that issue on the side with Ministry of Health, shaking hands with the funeral directors, and putting policies in there to pressure us with our debt. So, you've got all that. So it's really important. Financially, the families would be better off. Really financially. And there's a gap that a lot of people don't understand, that need to understand. And the funeral directors know that. So they're trying to counteract it, to still lean it back onto them, to have the authority. So I'm one of those that want to make change, that want to give that tacit knowledge. And by doing that is having wānanga, or workshops. So because I have not requested for funding, because it's quite difficult, because it's not a general subject to actually put in the application for grants, because you get more than one question after question. So I put a fee on it, and so I've had 4 this year, which is good. But I had set up for another 3, and then lockdown 4 kicked in. So having resources in that developed for the one-on-one workshops, and basically putting the draw card around that area to have the resources ready, it sort of put a bit of a dent in there, because of reimbursements. So cancellation and reimbursements. And so it just really gave a bit of a kick, but never mind, still march on. And then we hope, because I've started again for November, reapply the clients that want to apply again, and that's starting up good in January and February. But I need to sort of focus on the development, on the immerse and other areas of the website. Although I'm pretty okay with it, but I do know I may be missing a few other things. But that 5K would actually help me walk on Earth to get things done for 2022. Mentorship, I'm all fine for mentorship. If I'm needed to be a mentor for those that would see what tools I have that would benefit them, I'm all good. And so I'm already mentoring a few anyway, offline, especially with Te Wairua and Te Māori. So if I'm needed, I'll be there. If I'm only wanted because of what stance I'm on, then I would decline. So I'm that kind of fella, offline and online. And so if you want to have a look at my website, please go and have a look, and see, possibly could see a different light about myself and my walks on where I've come today. Nāku no koutou, te mihi atu te whakarono mai kia hau I tēnei wā, ka re kupu kia atu, enari te tono tonu ki tēnei o nā pūtia. Hei āwhina mai ia hau, hei waihana tonu I nā āhuatana kai tāku aroaro I tēnei wā. Kia ora, nā mihira.